to this beat.
Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Every single day, y'all. Every single day. So when you have a platform, sometimes you can speak on things that bothers you at times. And I was just going to enjoy my afternoon. Got the grandkids coming over later. Gonna enjoy the grandkids with my wife. Maybe watch some Disney Plus. Maybe watch whatever on YouTube the kids want to see. And then it just keeps pulling me back. And I'm not the type of dude who actually cares what people say. I don't give a damn what people say about me. I can care less. Don't matter to me at all. I'm a grown ass man. It don't matter to me what people say about me. I don't care. Doesn't bother me at all. But the disrespect that the girls, our girls, are getting from the national media, the social media, the whatever media, it's just getting out of hand. I don't understand the disrespect of the South Carolina Gamecocks. I've been watching basketball for a long time. I never, ever heard a team that is talked about in a way that our Lady Gamecocks are being talked about. These girls just went 38-0. 38-0. Won the national championship. Has won 2 out of the last 3 national championships. Could have well been 3 out of the last 3 national championships. And I'm on Twitter. I'm on X, whatever you want to call it. Just chilling, you know. And I know they're going to block me, but I don't give a damn. I'm going to say what I want to say. I Talk Hoops on Twitter said, on paper, USC is our preseason #1 team for the 2024-2025 season as of now. Who's your preseason #1? And I'm like, oh, cool. It said USC. Then I read down, it says South Carolina, USC, Notre Dame. I was like, oh, snap. They talking about Southern Cal. They're not talking about USC over here in South Clay. They ain't talking about South Kakalaki, Colonial Life Arena, Columbia, South Carolina, home of the Dirt Rose and one stop. Like, they ain't talking about none of that stuff. They talking about Southern Cal as their preseason #1. Now I'm on social media. I'm a YouTube type dude. That's what I do, right? So I know how this whole thing goes on, talking about doing stuff for clicks. Okay, so you might do a little thumbnail and say, "Oh, I'm sure that people are gonna click on that because of that reason." So I understand how the business is done, but it ain't no way in the world that anybody with a set of 2 eyes, or maybe just one, would say that Southern Cal should be the #1 ranked team in the country over the University of South Carolina Gamecocks. There ain't no way possible. No way possible. The disrespectful. I'm like, oh my God, this is what we're doing with. This is literally what we're doing with. I don't, boy, how is it possible for that to occur? Oh, they got Kiki. So Kiki joins Southern Cal, and that changes the trajectory of the season. They got Kiki. Oh, snap. Kiki just changed up everything, came over from Oregon State, Stanford, I'm sorry, to do this. Kiki is good. She's an excellent player. Going to be a top 3, top 5 player in the WNBA draft. She is an excellent player. Excellent player. She left Stanford with Cameron Brink. Now she's coming over to Southern Cal. So that changes trajectory for Southern Cal. Okay. Then they got the point guard from Oregon State. Okay. Got a point guard from Oregon State. Can't say her name right now. But they got the combination of both of those players on a recruiting visit, and both of them dressing up in their Southern Cal gear, and decide that they're going to team up like Batman and Robin and go to Southern Cal. Talia, Vaughn, all 5. Good player. Good player. So those two players joining Southern Cal makes them the favorite to beat South Carolina. No. How? Please tell me how. Oh, snap. They got a number 1 ranked recruiting class coming in, too. Oh, my God. Number 1 ranked recruiting class coming in. Kennedy Smith coming in. So Juju got help now. Oh. Here's a fun fact, y'all. Here's a fun fact. And this is for everybody who's going to be seeing this now, who's going to be seeing it later. Here's a fun fact. The fun fact is South Carolina's second 5 is better than most of the basketball teams in the country. Our second 5 is all 5-star recruits. Our second 5 is all McDonald's All-Americans. Please don't forget that. Please don't forget that. The reason that South Carolina went 38-0 and has lost 3 basketball games in the last 3 years because of our depth. Not only because of our depth, but the talent of the depth. You gain some players. You got the number 1 ranked recruiting class going to Southern Cal. South Carolina returns almost everybody from last year's squad, while also bringing in the number 3 ranked class in the class of 2024. We only got 3. Southern Cal bringing in, 5 of them? Last time I checked, I might be wrong, but Joyce Edwards is better than any recruit that is coming to Southern Cal. Any of them. They have Juju Watkins on the Mount Rushmore of the greatest players who ever lived after 1 year in college basketball. Here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. Juju Watkins is an excellent basketball player. If Juju Watkins is better than MiLaysia Fulwiley, it's only by a little bit. It's only by a little bit. If she's better than MiLaysia Fulwiley. And I say that if, because that if is very important, because MiLaysia Fulwiley is not playing the minutes that a Juju Watkins is playing at Southern Cal. Now, we have the luxury to bring our players along. We don't have to play Juju Watkins 35, 36 minutes in a basketball game. But now the Cowboys she ain't got to do all that, because now we got Talia and Kiki. We got to play all those minutes. But it's making me seem like it was. This is more specifically, I'll talk hoops. You know, no shade against Southern Cal whatsoever, because I hope we play Southern Cal. I really do. I hope we play Southern Cal. Rumor has it that we're going to be playing on the West Coast swing anyway. So why not have a blow to blow with those Southern Cal? That'll be amazing for women's basketball. Ain't no shade against Southern Cal whatsoever at all. They are going to be an excellent basketball team. My favorite wrestler, pro wrestler of all time, is Ric Flair. And his old statement, to be the man, you got to beat the man. To be the man, you got to beat the man. That's what he said back in the 80s when I was a kid. Last time I checked, South Carolina ain't been beat. And we're returning our squad. So how in the hell you can be dethroned, bringing back an undefeated squad? Oh, Camila Cardozo is gone. She is definitely gone. She is with the Sky. Be watching the Sky on Friday night. Hopefully you are too. But, and I mentioned this months ago, well before we won the national championship, I said that the 2024-2025 Gamecocks are going to be better than this year's squad. Going to be better. Why are they going to be better? Because every player on the squad right now is getting better. Everybody in the squad is getting better. And you're bringing in Joyce Edwards, who is a game changer. You're bringing in Maddy McDaniel, who is sensational. Adhel Tac, who is unbelievable. All those players are returning from a 38-0 team that has lost 3 games in 3 years and 1 game in the last 2 years. Please help me. There was talk about a dream team last year. Y'all might have heard about it. Let's talk about a dream team last year. We got the first player in the transfer portal, second player in the transfer portal, and we got the number 1 ranked recruiting class coming in, right? Y'all might remember that team. They had just won the national championship. You might have remembered that team. And then they got the dream team, and Haley Van Lith said, the question was asked, who want that smoke? And Haley Van Lith's answer was, anybody can get that smoke. Well, apparently South Carolina still want the smoke because we beat them twice this year. And LSU ain't beat South Carolina about 17, 18 years. So my point is, a dream team, as I've been hearing people say about Southern California, doesn't reside in Southern California. If anybody who watches women's college basketball or who watches men's college basketball would know that the dream team is in Columbia, South Carolina. Columbia, South Carolina. I wasn't even gonna look at comments, but I look at one popped up in my head. Hog Boss, what's up, my guy? And you're talking this to Day T. I don't see it, fam. No disrespect, but Cardozo gone. Y'all don't have a dominant player. I don't know what in the actual hell you talking about. With Cardozo gone, y'all don't have a dominant player. You must have forgot how South Carolina's built. Or maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know. So we're gonna have a story time with Captain Will. Hall Boss, this for you, bro. This for you. So we're gonna do story time with Captain Will. So we're gonna learn a little something right now. Okay. When you have so many great players on a team, you don't have a dominant player. You don't have a dominant player. We didn't have a dominant player on this basketball team because everyone ate. Everyone. That's why when Camila Cardozo was in Brazil playing basketball for her team Brazil, when she came back to the States and sat out a few games, we didn't miss a beat. In certain cases, the offense got better. So when you have so much depth, on the basketball team, you don't rely on a player, a quote-unquote player, to be dominant. We don't have to. Now, if Coach Staley decided to shorten the bench and play 6 or 7 players like some of these teams are doing, Southern Cal, Notre Dame, UConn, LSU, if we chose to do that, well, a lineup, and you can pick and choose. A lineup would say Raven Johnson, Tina Pow, MiLaysia Fulwiley, Bree Hall, Ashlyn Watkins, Camila Cardozo, however you want to put it. 7-8 players. Chloe, it's so deep. It's hard for me to even bring something out. But if those players were playing 36, 37 minutes per basketball game, like some of these players was doing, the stats would be astronomical. I keep hearing so many stats about Angel Reese getting all these double-doubles. Angel Reese getting these stats. Anissa Morrow getting all these crazy stats. Our girls not getting the stats because they playing 25 minutes. Camila Cardozo played 26 minutes per game. If you watch us, she played 26 minutes per basketball game. That's it. Not 38 minutes, not 37 minutes. She played the second most minutes on our team. Second most at 26 minutes per game. LSU getting y'all this season. Watch what we have. We have a secret weapon nobody talking about. LOL. Bro, you just talking some stuff now. You know you just talking some stuff. You know good and damn well LSU ain't gonna beat no South Carolina. You know that. You know that, Hall boss. You can't even say that with a straight face. You go into the barbershop and you say some mess like that, they'll put you out the barbershop. You know LSU ain't gonna beat no South Carolina. With who? I don't even know who LSU got. Who else you got? You got Michaela Williams, you got Fly J, and you got 3 new point guards. And that's gonna be South Carolina. Your three new point guards. I ain't even gonna say that. I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say that. Because LSU don't even deserve that respect. I ain't gonna say it. At the end of the day, South Carolina owns some stuff. And I just like the disrespect from various different sites, prediction models. It's obvious. It's obvious that you really look at it from the framework of really NBA. That's how you look at the framework. You see a big three on a basketball team, and you're like, oh, snap. Oh, snap. We're going to win the chip. Oh, snap. We're going to win the chip. South Carolina got a big three. We don't. We actually do not have a big three. We don't. We don't have 3 players. Oh, man. Because sometimes it'd be tough for me to put on a thumbnail. I can't put three players on a thumbnail. It's so difficult. Because we ain't got a big 3. You look at UConn, you can say, oh, snap, Paige Beckers and Asian Fudd. You can rock like that, like big thumbnail like that. Oh, LSU, oh, Angel Reese and Anissa Morrow and, Haley Van Lith, however you want to say it. Oh, Southern Cal. Southern Cal, they have now we got Juju and Kiki and Talia. Oh, snap, this is what it is right here. Carolina got a big 3. We have a Big 10. A Big 10 of all 5-star recruits. When a team gets a roster of 5-star recruits up and down the roster, somebody come see me. Somebody come see me. Watch out, Cap. Nobody talking about the number 1 player in Louisiana, Jada Richards. She's a dog. Fam, Jada Richards is a good basketball player. She's a good basketball player. She is. She's ranked in the top 100. She is ranked in the top 100 in the ESPN rankings. Last time I checked, Jada Richards, who is the player of the year in Louisiana, was ranked like 90th, 75th, somewhere around there. Help me out, man. Help me out. Where's Jada Richards ranked? How boss? I want to say she's ranked in the lower tier of the top 100. And she's a point guard. She's nice. The last player that South Carolina who has recruited, 97. Thank you, Antonio. The last player that South Carolina has recruited that was below the 40th, I don't even remember. I don't remember. Because you don't receive a scholarship offer if you are ranked that low. So she's a point guard. Nice point guard. We got the second-ranked player, the second-ranked point guard in the country in Maddy McDaniel. Maddy McDaniel, who's also player of the year in Maryland, if we want to throw that out. Who also, you know, bro, come on. Come on, man. I love it. It's funny. Beers went to Oklahoma. I didn't have no intention of doing no show today. No intention at all doing no show today. But I just have to. Just have to. Beers went to Oklahoma. That is great for women's basketball. It is great for the SEC because you got so much talent in the SEC with Oklahoma and Texas coming over, and you got various different players coming from the transfer portal to get that SEC experience and competition. That's wonderful. That is great. That is great. That is great. Oh yeah, Nia Russell. Yeah. And she into the transfer portal again and gone somewhere else and, moving on. But Oklahoma with Reagan Beers, and I don't know how they're going to shape the SEC with the scheduling and stuff, but I would love to have Oklahoma and Texas on the schedule. I would love it. It would be amazing if both of those teams, because it's great for basketball. You have so many great talents that are in the SEC that's going to make, I don't know how many teams, because right now you're going to have 16 teams in the SEC. The disintegration of the Pac-12 is gone. It is gone. It's gone. And Oregon State destroyed their roster. Their roster is gone. I still just remember that old press conference that their coach did saying about Oregon State plays the right way. Do this the right way. Well, apparently they wouldn't because everybody left Oregon State. Everybody went to greener pastures somewhere else. They did. Had 8 or 9 players enter their portal? That's a dismantling of a roster. You know how many players left South Carolina? Nobody. Not a soul. Nobody left South Carolina. Not one left the University of South Carolina to go to greener pastures. Because you know why? The reason why, because there ain't no more greener pastures in South Carolina. It ain't none. Where you go? If you play at the University of South Carolina, you know you can chips. Raven, Sania Feagin, Bree Hall has got 2 championships in the last 3 years. Since they've been on campus, 2 out of the last 3. Okay, so you're getting chips, and that's the national chips. We ain't talking about SEC regular season. We ain't talking about SEC, tournament. We ain't talking about none of those. I'm just talking about national championships. 2 out of the last 3. They got rings on top of rings. This squad running it back, it's going to be historical. It's going to be an historical year for the South Carolina Gamecocks. What if? Because I never predicted the South Carolina was going to go undefeated this past season. Never did. I thought we was going to lose 3 to 4 basketball games this past season. Sure did. 3 to 4 basketball games this season. But the team came together and played their butts off. And when there was some type of drop-off on a player, another player stepped up. So it's so much different than these other teams. Like, yo, did you have a bad game? You know we're going to lose. Caitlin Clark has a bad game. You know they're going to lose. Hannah Hidalgo have a bad game. Same thing. Paige Beckers, same thing. Paige Beckers didn't play up to her capabilities in the Final Four, and they went home. If South Carolina, a player from South Carolina does not play up to their capabilities, you know what happens? Somebody else play. Tessa Johnson balled her butt off. MiLaysia Fulwiley, Raven Johnson, Camila Cardozo. You're not dependent on a player on South Carolina to have a spectacular game every game. You're not dependent on that. What was common, what was obvious, that Camila Cardozo was going to come in and get her double-double. That was obvious. But it might be 12 points, 10 rebounds. Not no 30 points, 17 rebounds, 7 block shots, because she didn't play enough for that. Didn't play enough for that. The disrespect. I just said it's just disrespectful. Just disrespectful. It's so crazy. And it's April 29th. We got a long way until we play some basketball games that actually matter. Long way. Long way. But if it's going to be like this right here, whereas as time goes on and people are so enamored with this whole transfer portal, then they're going to win a championship just because they get a couple players in the transfer portal versus, building what you already got. And it's cool. It's cool. It's actually cool because it gives us something to talk about. But everybody out there know. Everybody knows it's South Carolina, everybody else. They know it's South Carolina, everybody else. Everybody know that they're trying to catch up. And there's no disrespect to any of the teams out there. There ain't no disrespect. It's no disrespect. None. No disrespect whatsoever to the other teams or other coaches out there for the 2024-2025 season. But good luck. Good luck. Good luck in the upcoming season. Good luck. Because summer workouts going to be starting soon for the Gamecocks. Going to be starting soon for the Gamecocks. The girls are already, I saw this clip of Chloe putting in work. Chloe, one of my favorite players on the basketball team. Raven Johnson, number 1. Pow Pow, number 2. Chloe Skordashian herself is number 3. Yeah. T with Tessa, probably tied for 3. They putting in work. They ain't sitting around counting their rings. They ain't sitting around doing that stuff. Girls are getting better because, every team is out there trying to get at them. Trying to get at them. But you know what ain't going to happen? Carolina is going to bring the pain. This squad, upcoming in the 2024-2025 season, is going to light teams up. When you have a scenario with the number 1 ranked player in the country, Joyce Edwards, not number 2, not number 3. I don't give a damn what ESPN is saying. The number 1 ranked player in the country going to a team where she will be 7th or 8th on the squad tells you how good this team is. That is how deep our squad is. So you have teams that depend on their freshman class to be dominant. You go to South Carolina, your freshman class provides depth. Yo, we are levels. We are levels ahead of everybody else. Levels. So it's cool. I talk with Hoops. It's cool. You got your little roster. You got your little thing saying that. You will put Southern Cal. That's cool. We will revisit this. April 29th, 2025. We will revisit that. Preseason rankings mean absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Who was preseason ranked number 6? And that was out of respect for Dawn Staley. That was because they wanted to rank us lower. But that didn't work out well. We was ranked 2nd in the SEC because of Coach Dawn Staley. Because the only thing you heard was South Carolina losing 5 starters. 5 starters, 7 players, blah, blah, blah. And we're undefeated because they didn't realize the depth that this team has. That what boggles my mind sometimes when your job is to actually learn about rosters for the top teams in the country. It boggles my mind. That's your job. So you're supposed to know, like, oh, snap, they got these players leaving. So let's check out these rosters who wasn't playing much. But let's see how good they were in high school. Let's see if they were McDonald's All-Americans. Because women's basketball, you can kind of foresee the future. It's a little predictable at times. If I have more talented players than you, 9 times out of 10 they're going to win. And South Carolina got more talent. And it's just the next level moving up. It's like the old school Alabama teams in football. Like, you didn't care how many starters they lost because they go into the NFL. You didn't care. Now, like with Georgia, you don't care how many starters go to the NFL. You don't care because you know the next wave is coming up who are also 4- and 5-star recruits. So South Carolina is the same thing. It's literally the same thing. You don't care who goes to the W. You don't care because they are another 5-star recruit to replace that player. That's how Carolina rocks. So next year, 2024-25 season, Pow will be gone. Bree Hall will be gone. Sania Feagin will be gone. There's the possibility of Raven Johnson could be gone, who's currently right now 14th on the big board of the class of 2025 NBA draft, WNBA draft. There's a possibility all those players could be gone from next year's squad. But you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? Because you are prepared for this. You are prepared for this. So if those 4 players were to leave South Carolina after next season, although Raven has another season that she can come back because she's only a redshirt junior going into this season. Okay, but let's say if Raven was to leave. Just playing around. Raven was to leave. Raven's gone. Oh, snap. Oh, you put in Maddy McDaniel, who's ranked number 13th in the class of 2024. Okay. Powell's gone. Oh, snap. You put MiLaysia Fulwiley, who was ranked number 13th in class 23, who far out jumped her ranking. Oh, no. Oh, Bree Hall is gone. Oh, what we going to do? Oh, you got Tessa Johnson, who's ranked number 25 in the class of 2023. All 5-star recruits. And the world saw how good Tessa Johnson was. Oh my. Oh, Sania Feagin, gonna be gone. Oh, snap. I guess it's Joyce Edwards' turn. That's how we do. South Carolina does not depend on a transfer portal or multiple transfer portals to come in and do work. We don't. We really don't. Y'all better get used to this right here. If you're a fan of women's basketball, you better get used to watching Carolina win a whole lot. Whole lot, because it ain't going to change. It is not going to change. We're in a situation right now where the rich is getting richer, and the team that's getting richer is South Carolina. When you go into the offseason, you don't need nobody in the transfer portal. Nobody. You are in an excellent situation. You're in an excellent situation. These other teams who need that stuff, to increase their roster, LSU, Southern Cal, Kentucky, all these different schools who need a transfer portal in order to compete with a team like South Carolina. Not compete, but to compete against a team like South Carolina. It tells something about their program too. It really does. It really does. It was this comment that was made that South Carolina was losing the transfer portal because we did not get Kiki. Stop it. That's just foolishness. It's just that whole comment, that whole post on social media is just wrong. And we have reputable sources saying stuff like that. It's just wrong. You can't lose in the portal if you ain't you don't need the portal. How you lose? It's like, oh, snap, I lost the lottery. And you got $1 million already. Did you lose the lottery? It don't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. None. But that's where we are. This is where we are in this whole spectrum of transfer portal. This is where we are when the disrespect for the Gamecocks continues on and on and on, even after undefeated season, even after you're returning 95% of their players from a championship level team. The disrespect It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yo, some of these comments are so crazy. It's so funny. It's awesome. And I usually don't even be looking at the comments. Normally, my wife be giving me the comments and sending them to me so I can read. She is my producer, y'all. I don't know if y'all knew, for the ones who've been rocking me for a long time. It's it's really cool. So going through some of the comments and the back and forth that we have, and I'm gonna do a few. My grandkids ain't here yet, so I'm gonna play around a little bit. Let's see what we got. She is Wayne. You always be commenting. Talk about it, Cam. They got Trojans as the favorites to win it all next year with their super team. Say less. Say less. Say less. Brianna Diva, it was the same way with LSU, but look what happened. LMT HAP. It is insane to count out the Gamecocks after they lost one player and went undefeated without her in the lineup. Don't get me wrong, she was a beast, but we have some others waiting to take over. I thought the narrative, and you're right. You're absolutely right. All these comments are absolutely right. I thought the narrative of worrying about who we lose was gone last year. I really did. After you lose 5 starters, 5 of them. We lost Leah Boston, the #1 pick in the WNBA draft. We lost Leah Boston, Zaya Cook, Bree Bill, Victoria Saxon, Letitia Mehier, all to the WNBA. Came back and won 38 basketball games and the national championship. So the doom and gloom of South Carolina is way overstated by losing a dog, as LMTHAP said, in Camila Cardoza. But we lost 5 of them last year. And one of them is one of the best players who have ever put on a college basketball uniform in Aaliyah Boston. Come on now. Help me. Help me out. Just help me out a little bit. Cheers be right. LSU fans on Twitter cheering them on because they couldn't beat the Gamecocks at home. LSU ain't never been South Carolina. They ain't never been South Carolina. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I don't know. This year was a little competitive, but LSU ain't beating South Carolina. It definitely ain't beating South Carolina this year. If there was gonna be Carolina anytime, it would have been last year. No, they couldn't beat us. No, not last year. We beat them by about 25 points. I'm sorry. If they would have been this year, that just happened. Angel Reese ain't there, and they have zero replacement of Angel Reese. They ain't got a dog on their team like Angel Reese no more. They don't have an offensive rebounder on their team like Angel Reese. Nobody. They ain't got one in the portal. And here's the thing. They ain't getting one in the portal. There is no more post depth, quality depth that can go to LSU in order to help them compete with South Carolina. They ain't not one. Not a one. Not one. If Kiki would have went there, different conversation. If Reagan Beers would have went there, different conversation. But much like this class of 2024 recruiting class, where LSU got one player out of the top 100 who was ranked 97 and didn't get any 5-star, any McDonald's All-American players in the class of 2024, is pretty much similar to what happened in the transfer portal. They got 3 guards. One of their players, Cheyenne, started out at Duke with Winston Gandy, moved on to Miami, and now transferring again. She's a good player. She's ranked 20th in the transfer portal, but she's not a game changer for LSU. She's just a point guard, a solid defender who's going to help run that team. But it's not a game changer by any shape of the imagination. Not at all. Not at all. So many great comments, y'all. So many great comments. The disrespectful. Cheers, everyone. I talk hoops, 94 feet, women's basketball. that lady Talia Goodman shaking my hand. Says Southern Cal is the preseason #1 and the best team to ever get assembled. That's cute. That's cute. Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. We're going to be talking about it all season. All season. All season. It's so fun. All summer, everything we got to do is all in front of us, man. King K, don't worry, Cap. It's all good smoke coming. It's repeat season. Say less. Say less. Pauline, they're going to keep disrespecting South Carolina. The Gamecocks is going to show them, just like we did last season, 38-0 with that natty. For sure. For sure. D's Vintage 128. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you for the tip. I really do. It does not get unnoticed. I appreciate all the love. I do. It's so dope. It's so awesome. DT, you're absolutely right. Only reason they got the #1 ranked class is because of the amount of recruits they had. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And they got a bunch of them. We're going to have Feagin Tac versus Beers in SEC for several years because Beers was like a sophomore. That's going to be fun. And Tac going to be ready. Adhel Tac will be ready, y'all. She will be ready. If my girl, lame old, you can beat Juju, we can beat Southern Cal. That's funny. So that's funny. Hey, we're gonna be going live tomorrow at the regular scheduled time at 8:00 p.m. tomorrow night. I just had to come on here and say some mess because if I see some craziness going on social media, I'm gonna talk about it because we are not gonna let our girls be disrespected and our coaching staff to be disrespected by this craziness that's going on out there in the atmosphere. Ain't gonna happen. Not on my watch. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. So if you see something crazy, DM me, email me, and we'll talk about it. We will talk about it. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will, talking that Gamecock talk every single day. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.